Atlanta's opening lineup. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Daniel. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Alexander-Walker with the ball. Defended by DiVincenzo. Shots good by Alexander-Walker.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. McDaniels outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Johnson to screen. A three ball. It's good from long range.
That's an assertive play by Johnson. He was really looking to answer that last one.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Softly drops in the floater.
What touch. Edwards has mastered just about every shot there is.
Here's Alexander-Walker, defended by DiVincenzo. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. On the wing, Daniels. Here's Reza Shea. His last outing, he had 18 points. Chalk up 2 there.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And let's quickly take a look at some stats for Randall. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Here's Reza Shea. Jalen Johnson picking up that last basket. From outside, off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. So Coach Van Gundy, after 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, his last coming in 2024, do you think Rudy Gobert has a chance at another?
Well, look, Kevin, I think Rudy continues to play at just as high a level defensively. But now as the game has changed, I think we're starting to reward guys with those awards who can not only protect the rim and make it tough on teams, but can go out on the perimeter and guard multiple positions. So I think it'll be tough for him to get a fifth.
Here's DiVincenzo. After the basket by Onyeka Okongwu. Clock at 6. Here's Randall. Edwards trying to get open. Randall with the bucket.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Really disappointing game for him in that loss to New Orleans. Randall surveying the D. Randall is doubled. Here's McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks leading by 4. And that one drops. 6 points for Onyeka Okongwu.
Sometimes Okongwu can finesse his way around you in tight. He's got nice touch around the bucket.
Pass to DiVincenzo. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Randall, second shot opportunity, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Here we are over halfway through the season right now, Stan, and these teams have certainly come a long way to this point.
Well, Kevin, every season is a journey, and you have to applaud the work ethic of these guys to keep competing even as the wear and tear of the season adds up.
Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Daniels. Back to Johnson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. In the third spot, Anthony Edwards.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Fires the three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall down low. Johnson's there. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defended by Alexander Walker. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Hornets. Up top, Randall. Back to Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo from downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball. McDaniel's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Timberwolves. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now Rizachet. The trade. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Randall outside. Lets it fly from 18. It's good. Randall's got 7 points.
Well, in addition to his low post scoring, Randall is also dangerous from the mid-range. Nice looking Jay there.
Here's Alexander Walker. Last game he had 13. Back to Johnson. Okongwu with a screen on Randall. Johnson gets the bucket. Here's DiVincenzo. No scoring in this one. Outside Edwards. Has to Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value. Okay, wow. Okongwu, unreal.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Edwards, no good.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Daniels passes to Okongwu. Back to Daniels. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
First free throw is good. And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time, and as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
No good on the second free throw.
You can call Dyson Daniels a 6'8" point guard. He is great handling the ball, and let me tell you, few better defenders than Daniels in the league.
Back to Alexander Walker. Outside Daniels. Johnson sets the screen for Daniels. Off target from three-point range. And Reed has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Wasted no time on that one. Edwards got 5.
Cashing in from the corner. Edwards hasn't seen a three he doesn't like.
Johnson outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Shea wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
To the paint. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc, another 3 for Atlanta.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Now here's Dosunmu. Hasn't made one yet. Outside, Reed hits the three-point bomb.
Well, Reed has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Outside Daniel. Okongwu with it. Now defended by Gobert. McDaniels against Daniel. And here's Johnson outside. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 11.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Atlanta. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Now, here's Dosunmu. He has yet to score. Juzang can't hit. The Hawks leading by 5. Pass to Alexander Walker. It's McCollum on the wing. He's defended by Highland. Heel dishes to McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Naz Reid.
Yeah, for some reason, McCollum has always flown under the radar. But he's a constant threat to score 20-plus points, and he does it efficiently.
Shoot 2. That free throw missing. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Now here's Randall. He's got 7. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Clark, he's checked in for Joe Ingles.
Julius Randle, 1 shot.
That free throw good from Randall.
Well, you look at Julius Randle, his stats over his career. He's a forward who chips in different ways. An excellent passer for his size.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coaching them." Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
McCollum outside. Crafty move. What a terrific move that was. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Making it look effortless. What a smooth shot by McCollum.
Pass to Randall. 36 seconds left to play here in the first. Rebounded by the Hawks. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebound, or the lack thereof, a lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, they weren't as aggressive on the offensive glass, and that really made a difference in the game.
And the basket by McCollum.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Randall passes to Highland. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 5 points so far. Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for Atlanta. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Jock Landale. Buddy Hield is out there with McCollum. Then there's Kispert. And Gay is in at the 4.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Phillips. There's the 3. Landale grabs the miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Here's Gay. Kispert, the pass to Landale. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Highland with it. He's guarded by McCollum. Now here's Randall. A 24-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Now, here's Kispert. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Kispert kicks to McCollum. From the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They host the Clippers after this game. Pass to Highland. the right side. Takes a three, and Phillips gets it to go. Phillips has got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
A three from McCollum. Randall grabs the board. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Highland passes to Phillips. Pass to Randall. Here's Dosunmu. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, 2 things can happen on that, Kevin. Number 1, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't, and the ball is thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
Minnesota making a switch here. Juzang's checked in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Landale pass to Daniels. Now, here's Johnson. McCollum outside. Teardrop shot. And he makes good on the layup. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Highland passes to Dosunmu. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the left side wing. Here's Rizichet, defended by Dosunmu. Here's McCollum. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now, here's Reed. He's got 5. Back to Randall. Six to shoot. Pass to Juzang. Over Daniels. Juzang can't hit.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Now, Rizichet. Inside. Here's Landale. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And you can tell Rizichet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Here's Juzang. Scoreless thus far. Randall is double. 3-pointer. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D chills him.
Pass to Rizichet. Back to McCollum. Shot, high post. It's off target. He is 4 of 9 from the field.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Highland misses. The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to McCollum. Now Landale, guarded by Reed. Here's Rizichet. 3-pointer, Daniels. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's it.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. The Timberwolves, number 1.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And that one misses. The Hawks trail by 7. Johnson outside. Pass to Okongwu. And here's McCollum for 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Well, he's around a 40% career shooter from 3. McCollum adding another 3 to his prolific talent.
Now here's Edwards. 35 points for him last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, and how about his work on the defensive side, swatting away several shot attempts.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Pass to McCollum. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. McCollum's got 14.
Well, no question McCollum is in the zone right now. Just letting the offense flow through him.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Randall outside. A 3. Sinks the triple. Randall's got 7 now in this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside Daniel. McCollum outside. Shoots over DiVincenzo. McCollum no good. Timberwolves leading by 7. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, team look to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Pass to Johnson. Johnson with the screen on McDaniel. Outside Daniel. No good with the triple.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Count it. He has 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on DiVincenzo. And he drives in. 3-pointer, Daniels. He can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The Hawks trail by 11. Pass to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on McDaniel. Here's Shea. McDaniels defending. And that one's good. Shea. Minnesota leading by 9. DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. Reed the pass to DiVincenzo. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Okongwu finds Shea. Johnson with the bounce pass. Pass to Daniel. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And he's still scoreless in this quarter. And at this point, they can use every point they can get.
Now, here's McDaniels. Guarded by Shea. Here's Reed. Drops in the tray. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Now here's Edwards. He has 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And it's Shea missing. Minnesota leading by 12. Outside Edwards. Gobert with it. Okongwu covering. DiVincenzo against Daniel. From deep three-point territory. And it's Shea with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 12. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Shea with it. 8 points for him. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Shea's got 8 points in the quarter. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ahead by 9 is the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Taking a look at the Hawks, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching, a positive first half for the Timberwolves.
The reserves are playing like starters. A lot of teams are emphasizing depth these days.
So much talent in this league to the point where the spillover G League has some ballers. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. he's the problem right now.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, the defender made it hard on Randall. Still, he uses his body to convert for 2.
Here's Rizachet. McDaniels defending. Back to Alexander Walker. There's the lob to the hoop. And Okongwu slams it in.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Rizachet tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gobert against Okongwu. Randall outside. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Excellent possession there. If you set up DiVincenzo, it usually leads to points.
Now Okongwu. Pass to Alexander Walker. Yep, it counts. Alexander Walker's got 7 points.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Randall outside. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Alexander Walker. Now Daniels. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. McDaniels against Johnson. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Hawks trail by 18. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside Daniel. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet.
Well, Rizachet does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up. Now, a chance at the line.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls.
At the wing position, Rizachet has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting, and add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Well, you watch Rizachet. He's so smooth in everything he does, making difficult plays look effortless, really at both ends.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others, and I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
Here's DiVincenzo following the three by Atlanta. Johnson against Randall. Outside Edwards. A three-pointer, no good.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Minnesota with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. DiVincenzo. Atlanta with the rebound. Alexander Walker's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Hawks passing it around. Here's Rizachet. He's got 15. It's up a three. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Well, it's a tough brand of basketball Randall plays. He endures a lot of contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randall. Both free throws good from Randall.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And let's check out a group of shooting guards that have been doing some dirty work inside lately, averaging the most rebounds per game at their position over the last 10 games. Anthony Edwards on top. Second is Dyson Daniels.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And you have to credit the two guards who are willing to come back and mix it up for a rebound. That attitude catches on for the entire team.
Okongwu's shot is good.
Well, he's done his part, no doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Johnson the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Kept alive. Goes back up. And Johnson lays it in. Johnson's got 13.
Well, you'd better put a body on Johnson. That guy is just too talented to forget about.
And here's Randall. He's got 24. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 15. to Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. Back to Alexander Walker. Johnson with a screen on DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker finds Johnson. Randall outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Riza with it. He's got 15. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by DiVincenzo. Johnson with a screen on Edwards. Daniels, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
Too much. Rudy Gobert can take a lot of contact down low.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Offensive rebound. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's his 7th miss and 12 shot attempts. The Hawks trail by 18. Pass to Riza. Here's Alexander Walker for 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gobert dishes to Randall. Puts it up from 12, and that's good for 2. Randall's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
On the wing, Daniels. Edwards defending. Daniels passes to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Riza. Hits it from 3-point range. Riza-Shay's got 18 points.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
Here's Randall. Rebound by the Hawks. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Okongwu's now got 8 points in the quarter. Timberwolves leading by 15. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Gobert trying to get open. Yep, that one goes. 12 points for him.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Johnson outside. Back to Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Minnesota shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting in all cylinders. Pass to McDaniels. Randall outside. That one good for 2. Randall's got 31 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
McDaniels left side. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Timberwolves passing it around. Edwards, that's good.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Daniels a screen on DiVincenzo. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Secret substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Edwards. And Bones Highland subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kisper comes in for Zachary Rizachet. Heald's checked in for Dyson Daniels. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Highland. He has 6. Pass to Dosunmu. Picked by Randall. Shoots it. Jump shot is good. Dosunmu's got 11 points.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points for him. They kick out to Hield. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Heald's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Randall against Johnson. Now here's Randall. He has 31. Basket good. Randall's got 16 points here in the second half. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves lead by 18. From Target Center, back in a moment. Look now at our assist of the game. Brought to you by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Buddy Hield. Johnson is out there with Corey Kisper. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's McCollum in at the point guard position.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Randall kicks to Ingles. Cans it from downtown. Ingles has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota.
When you get that ball inside the line, it can free up the three-point arc. Great dish by Randall.
Hield, the pass to McCollum. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And how about the response from Randall? He just enjoys knocking down that triple to answer right back.
Johnson kicks to Hield. Wound up there for Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Here's Highland. Randall left side. Down low. Reid the pass to Highland. Here's Dosunmu. Connects from three-point range.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's McCollum. Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Okongwu is checked in. Here's Reed. Dosunmu, the pass to Highland. Here's Randall. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Randall's got 38 points. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Johnson finds Heel. Back to Johnson. And it's Kispert in the corner. Those three-pointers off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Minnesota leading by 22. Highland deciding where to go with it. After Randall. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
The Hawks again can't hit. And Reed has got the ball here for Minnesota. Here's Highland. Off target with his three. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. McCollum's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Oh, here's Edwards. Here's Highland. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks trail by 21. Kispert setting the pick for Heel. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Edwards. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert comes in for Reed.
One shot.
And it's McDaniels in for Highland. Then for the Hawks, Reza Shea, he's checked in for Kispert. Tyson Daniels comes in for Buddy Hield. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for McCullough. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a number 1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Trains the three-pointer. Randall's got 43 points.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Pass to Reza Shea. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Now Johnson, following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. They set the pick. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards.
After draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
The Hawks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Johnson finds Alexander Walker. Back to Johnson, shoots the 3. Score that one for him, his 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. just his first in the second half.
Back to Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. For Atlanta, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Johnson sets the screen for Daniels. Takes it inside, takes the three, and Rizachet. The bucket on the assist by Daniels. 23 points for Rizachet. Now Dosunmu. Randall from outside. They get it again. Out to Edwards. A three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks trail by 20. Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. Hawks passing it around. Rizachet, no good on the three. Timberwolves have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. No good on the triple.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Right wing. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Rizachet. Daniels sets a screen for Rizachet. No good from outside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Right side, Edwards. And here is Dosunmu, defended by Alexander Walker. The three. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Alexander Walker finds Johnson.
Well, every season, Johnson seems to take another leap. What a big night for him. You have to be excited about this guy's future.
Now here's Edwards. Back to Randall. Over Okongwu. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Hawks trail by 18. Puts up a three. That does not go. The Timberwolves shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Randall with the bucket.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Julius Randle.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And for the Hawks, their shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Pass to Rizachet. Now, Alexander Walker. And it's off from three-point range. Now, DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. And here's Randall. McDaniels outside. Here's Gobert. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on DiVincenzo. Gobert with the block.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's McDaniel. Here's Randall. Fires from deep. Out to Edwards. And here is DiVincenzo. Lets it go from deep. that one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Julius Randle.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Here's Highland. Outside, Reed. Now, here's Dosunmu. He's covered closely. 4 on the clock. Over Rizachet. Dosunmu's shot is off. Here's Johnson. It's Clark with the rebound. Pass to Highland. Puts up a deep 3. No good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. The Hawks again can't hit. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Highland with it. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And now we present the player of the game, Julius Randle.